here doing a vlog, and I'm doing this around 3:33 a.m. because I can't pretty much go to sleep. I'm pretty much used to the whole overnight shift, so usually even on my days off, I go to sleep around 4, 7. Anyway, that's not the case. I wanted to do this video to tell you guys why is it that I pretty much started these vlogs, only because of the fact that I've noticed that some people pretty much have been offended by my videos, or it bothers them because I'm either too rude or too inconsiderate. And though it may seem like that, it really isn't. It's just that I'm a very blunt person, and all I've been through. I really want to sort of educate you girls on how to pretty much, have better choosing skills, be aware of men's intentions so you can pretty much shine how you're supposed to be. Because all my life I've been growing up with this thing where I've seen a lot of women in my experience, both people that I know personally, but my family members who have had, poor choosing skills when it comes to men. It really ruins them, makes them bitter, it makes them have a lot of emotional baggage. And I really want to, prepare you for that, tell you, in a sense, what you're doing wrong so you can actually better that and not fall prey to one of these things, because a lot of things that really hurts us, both men and women, is that we don't really have good choosing skills. That by not having good choosing skills, we get screwed up. And if you learn how to have good choosing skills, listening to your God, learning instinct, studying the person, then you'll be able to pretty much choose better mates, and that way make better decisions in life. And if you do better decisions in life, you have better outcomes. And that tends to lead to relationships, because a lot of girls really don't, they say they don't have high standards because they want to be with anyone. So they'll end up with these douchebag asshole boyfriends, and then I'll get all screwed up, have a lot of emotional baggage, and then be very bitter, very against society. And the next relationships they go in, they pretty much ruin it for both you and the guy, because you're hurt. So you tend to be like a lot of women. They'll say, "Oh, I was weak, so now I'm gonna be bitchy. Now I'm gonna be this. Now I'm gonna be that." But at the end of the day, you're only hurting yourself, because most guys don't really want women with a lot of emotional baggage, and they won't really care that you just went through pain and suffering to be where you are right now, and this is why you're like this. Oh, but have better choosing. I think one thing about having good choosing skills is, before you start a relationship with a guy, while you're dating him, study him everything. Because women fall prey to emotional. If a guy knows how to pretty much satisfy you emotionally, he pretty much owns you. So while he's filling you up with emotions, try to control your emotions and see through him, see through his words, see through his actions. That way, you'll get to see who he really is. And once you see who he really is, you'll know if he's good or bad. And if he's bad, and if you can leave him for someone better. Now, I know it's a little hard though, especially for girls who have like a lot of emotional attachments for these guys. But let's look at it this way. It's good to leave a douchebag now and then be alone for, let's say, days, months, even years, until you end up with something good. Because if you had that mentality where it's like, oh no, I know he's like this, like that, but no one's perfect, and if I'm too choosy, I'll end up alone. No, 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 no. If you're not too choosy, that's where you fail, because you have to be very choosy about who you're with. Because if you don't, you'll end up with assholes and jerks that pretty much hurt you all the time, and then you'll build up all that bitterness, all that anger, all that hate. And then when you actually find good women, sorry, when you actually find good men, they don't really want you, because they'll be like, I'm not gonna suffer for a girl. I love her and all, but she's this, she's that. So I don't really want to be with her. So that's how it is very important to have good choosing skills. Also, I think another thing is that if he treats you like shit, leave him. A best way to actually do that is to know your value, to know your self worth. Once you know that, you'll be like, this guy's good and all, but I'm not worth it. I deserve something better. So let me just leave this douchebag, because I don't want to keep seeing personal friends of mine turn from great women, women who pretty much can do anything and everything for their man, and they can be great girlfriends, and if you marry them, they can be great wives. Pretty much turn into bitter, unemotional bitches with a lot of emotional baggage because of how much bad choices they had in life. And sometimes when I have friends that have had like bad boyfriends and their bitches, that can be kind of offensive, but it's not offensive in the sense that I don't understand you or that I want to like use that against you as a reason as to why you're angry. No, it's just that I don't want to see you like this. You know, you're meant for a lot of things. You're good, you're great. You know, if you start choosing better, you'll have a better life. You know, if you don't, you're pretty much gonna get screwed over and fucked over by this. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is Nelcoman signing off. Oh yeah, before I leave, I want to share a very interesting story. So I was driving in Carolina. I was driving the car, and all of a sudden, my battery stops working. And I turn it on. I'm like, oh shit, you know, I better change this battery because if I don't, I might get stranded somewhere. And it was like a little economy battery. It's like really small, you know. So I go into the store. As I'm going into the store to tell the guy to sell me a new battery, this guy is talking to his coworkers. It was a Western Auto or Advanced Auto Parts, it's called right now. And he's like, oh yeah, well, you know, I was with my girlfriend, and I have this awesome Ferrari which I love a lot. And she tells me one day, you know what? I'm fed up with your bullshit. It's either me or the Ferrari. And he's like, he didn't even have to think about it. He was like, okay, then leave. The door's right there. I'm choosing my Ferrari. Everybody starts cracking up, and myself, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I understand you. I understand why you chose the Ferrari over her because you know you can use the Ferrari wherever you want. She won't nag, she won't complain, and she won't give you a lot of hassle. And like your girlfriend, and he was like, yeah, and everybody's like, quack, 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 quack. So yeah, it was a funny experience. Okay, so this is Nevcoman signing off. Remember, girls, a lot of you are valuable. Have good choosing skills before learning anything. From dating, learn choosing skills first. If you have good choosing skills, you'll pretty much succeed in life. If you have bad choosing skills, you get fucked over in life. Have a lot of emotional baggage and be bitter, and then it'll just reduce the good men that come into your life. Signing off.